going to just and we shall start. Bring you some oil if you would like it. So sounds you can hear are, don't know if you've heard of binaural beats. So these are frequencies that help particular parts of the body or of the energy system. And these binaural beats are for your heart chakra. So how is your heart this morning? This is just a question to slightly drop in there. Oh, just see what comes up. How is your heart today? And the reason for this practice being heart-centered, I mean, first of all, who of us would not benefit from a heart-centered practice from time to time? But also, I've been really pondering what it means to live in alignment recently. Because you hear a lot about that in the spiritual and well-being world, living in alignment. And I've tangled myself up in knots, really, trying to figure out what it meant. And then the answer just came, it's living from your heart. That's simple, living from your heart. But how do you do that? How do you first of all start to connect with your heart, listen to it, discern what is your heart and what is your monkey mind, and then take heart-centered action. It's not an easy process. And I am in this process with you. You know, there are days when I literally, you can feel it physically. You can feel your heart is closed. And other days when you can feel your heart has a softer, more expansive feel to it. And as I think I've probably said to you before, like the best advice I've ever been given about discerning between heart and head and where the wisdom and guidance is coming from is the guidance from the heart tends to feel warm and free and has a kind of an air of calm to it. So you can sense, you can be aware of the emotion, but you are not the emotion. It's like a stillness, a warmth. But I think it comes with practice as well. And I'm not 100% there yet either. But I think I can pretty much figure out when the mind is going, because we've all experienced those racing thoughts and the way that we tend to go around in spirals up here. I think there is a greater stillness when you come down here. But it's about allowing yourself the space and time to listen and slowing down. So we're going to bookend the practice today with two beautiful meditations. The first one comes from this gorgeous book, Seven Masters, One Path, which is the meditation secrets from some of the world's greatest teachers, from Patanjali, from Buddha, from Jesus, Muhammad, Krishnamurti, like drawing together all religious paths. Really seeing how they have a lot in common when you come to the core of it. And then at the end of practice, what's a beautiful heart-opening visualization. And in between, we are going to move intuitively. We're going to slow right down, listen, use the drum also intuitively, and just allow our hearts to blossom little by little. So, you might just like to begin by bringing a hand or both to your precious heart, asking, how are you today? Not judging the answer. And then settling into the shape that you need for our first meditation. You might like to get extra cozy. We'll be here for about 10 minutes. Okay, there is no hurry. We want to give ourselves grace and allow a space to listen and connect with the divine knowing of your heart. Just make sure you're comfortable. And then gently begin to turn your awareness to the air flowing in and out of your nose or your mouth. Expanding your awareness to include the movements in your chest and your belly as you breathe. Say to yourself, I'm breathing freely. Also, at the same time, be aware of your heart beating right in the middle of your breathing. Be aware of your whole body here in this present moment. Your feet, your hands, your face, your whole being. Be aware of the sounds around you. And now say to yourself, my mind is quiet. Expand your awareness to include the world around you, your family, your friends, the people you work with, everyone and everything they're doing right now. The world just as it is in this moment. And then guiding your inner awareness to your feelings of acceptance and love for yourself. Begin to notice how you feel in your heart for your own self. To see how you respond to the words today. Say a few times on the exhale, silently to yourself, I love myself just as I am. See how you respond today to these words. Don't judge yourself, regardless of what you feel in your heart right now towards yourself. Just let the feelings be there. Look at them. See the truth. Are you relaxed into a feeling of love and inner acceptance? Or are you somehow fighting against yourself, unable to forgive and accept completely who you are in this moment? What would happen if you let go right now of all the fear and rejection in your heart for your own self? Let all your thoughts quiet down. Be aware of your bodily sensations and at the same time the sounds around you. Allow the feeling in your heart to begin to soften, to relax. Begin to be open to the possibility of accepting and loving yourself just as you are. Observe. Are you afraid to open up and love yourself? Stay with your breathing. Let the stillness deepen. The thoughts fade away. For at least a few moments, allow yourself to see yourself as perfectly okay just as you are. Without judgment, without fear, without hesitation. Forgive yourself for everything. And say again, I love myself just as I am. Thoughts quiet. Just be with yourself without judgment or fear. Look and see who you really are. Look to see the truth of who you are deep inside. Beyond words, the direct experience within your heart. And allow good feelings to begin to expand within your heart for yourself, outflowing to everyone you know. Let the love flow. It's your choice to love yourself or not to. Look to your heart and see what you choose right now. To judge and fear and reject yourself, or to open up, accept and love yourself. Choose. As an act of self-love, you can choose to give yourself permission to feel good in your heart. Surrender to love. Let it fill you. I love myself just as I am. As I share the healing vibration of the shamanic drum with you, for your heart, allow your meditation to deepen. Let the love flow. Allow your heart to speak. Thank you, your heart, for its continued guidance. This deepening connection with your heart's wisdom into our practice. You might like to take some deep breaths. Begin to move, shift, and stir as it feels good to. Take a stretch, take some shapes. Give yourself the freedom to explore, recognize, shift. Give yourself a hug, whether it feels good to do that lying on your back or on your favorite side. Wrap your arms around yourself. You might even like to come and do that in a seated position. Spend some time giving yourself a loving hug. Breathe into it. Hug yourself as you hug another person who you love dearly. Gather all that love in for yourself, your open heart, your good heart, your loving, receptive, caring heart. strong, courageous heart. The wounded heart. Spoke back together so many times. Strengthened. Allow your heart to feel everything that is moving through you right now in these moments. The things that need to be felt and expressed, give space to rise. Let's go gently, rising to a comfortable seat when you feel ready. And just keeping a sense of that soft, loving communion, acceptance. And we're going to come into a mudra for the heart energies now. Hridaya mudra. Hridaya is the Sanskrit word for heart. So we're going to fold our index finger down and then bring the thumb along with the tip of the middle finger and ring finger together, leaving the little finger extended. And then bring that mudra to rest, palms up, just on your knees, light resting. Let's connect with the powerful magic of mudra to help direct the flow of energy around the body to strengthen the prana, the life force, the prana of our heart chakra with this mudra. Take some deep, slow, long breaths. So when we come into stillness, allow ourselves to drop down out of the thinking mind into the heart space. From person into presence. So as you hold and breathe into this mudra for a few more breath cycles, when thoughts arise, as they naturally will do, keep bringing your awareness down into the vibrant green space of your heart, Anahata. Breathing your awareness there. Allowing yourself to drop and shed the stories of the ego, the spirals of your monkey mind. It can all fall away like scales from the eyes. Allow the veil to fall and see yourself for who you truly are. Your divine presence nestled in this heart space. You are not the mind. You are not the name you've been given in this life. You are an eternal essence. And our oneness can be felt through this portal of the heart. Allow the illusion of separation to fall away. Coming home. Never be alone here because we are one. Ready to release the mudra, do so with gratitude, love. Gently release your fingers, give them a little wiggle. And then we'll come to lotus mudra. So bringing the base of your hands together at the heart, and then bringing the thumbs and the little fingertips to connect. You can do this with your eyes softly open or closed. Feel into the beautiful shape you've created. I like to visualize a lotus flower or a chalice. We're going to offer this up from the heart. So as you inhale, allow your arms to slowly lengthen up towards the sky, offering from your heart. And then to draw it back home to your heart, a little fuller each time. Inhale, offer up, remember your divinity, your connection to the cosmos. Exhale, filling up, returning home. And continue each of us to connect with this beautifully simple mudra movement and breath for as long as we choose. When you feel that this process is complete for now, as you guide the mudra back to your heart, this time press the hands into the heart like you are pressing in everything you've gathered, all that sense of connection and support. And then begin to give your heart space anahata, a little massage, a little love, somatic self-touch, circling the palm of your hand around. So we've been connecting with anahata, the heart chakra, the color green, but there is actually another chakra called the high heart chakra. And this is thought to be the most potent place in terms of connecting with divine love, unity, oneness. And it's located just above anahata. So I'd like to invite you to bring your fingertips to lightly tap just below your collarbones. This can help us connect with your high heart chakra. The color associated with this chakra is pink. Allow that to blossom in your mind's eye. Notice the shade of pink that you are calling in. Maybe you can see pink blossoms, pink petals unfurling. You can tap as lightly or as firmly as you feel is right for you. Pattering raindrops, loving caresses. That with this tapping technique, each of us have a particular point around this area of the high heart that will feel extra sensitive, and it'll be slightly different for all of us. So you might just like to feel into that. Notice if there is a little spot in this high heart area that feels more sensitive, And maybe tend to that space for a little longer, connect more deeply with it. This high heart is almost like the diamond of all of the chakras. Notice what is coming up for you as you tap and connect with this space. And then you are welcome and supported to continue as long as you like. If you're finding that particularly revealing or nourishing, do please continue. When you feel ready, cross your arms over your chest once again. Give yourself a loving squeeze. And then begin to drop into a rocking motion, welcoming a soothing rhythm. Breathing lots of love in. When you're ready, inhale as slowly and fully as you can, opening the arms as you do so into a cactus shape. Elbows drawing back, shoulder blades drawing together, palms shining forwards. Take another inhale here. And then as you exhale, softly, gently cross your arms over your chest again. You might accompany that with a soft bow down towards the Mother Earth. Inhaling as you rise and open back into that cactus shape. Allow this beautiful expansion and opening to be followed by a natural, soft drawing in. Let yourself explore that at your own beautiful pace. Allow your body to move in its unique way. Maybe you feel drawn to allow your hands to really caress your shoulders, your chest, and then open wide. Bringing lots of loving prana, life force into the space of the chest and the shoulders. Also down into the arms, the wrists, the hands, the fingertips, which hold a direct line to your heart. Soft. Next time you rise up, long spine, bring your left hand to your right knee, let your right fingertips rest lightly on the mat behind you. Into a seated twist. Lovingly nourish this with the breath, inhaling to a long spine. Exhaling to find all the softness in the twist that you can. Deep, slow, loving breaths. To travel back to center on an exhale. Whenever you feel ready, when you return to center, bow down, let your heart come down to connect with that Mother Earth energy. Maybe walk your hands as far as you can in front of you, really deepen into the bow, the honoring connection. for a slow walk back, slowing down, dropping in, listening when you return to center. Allow your shoulders to explore, circling up, back and down, up, back and down. Notice how the space of your heart is feeling now. Again, releasing fear, releasing judgment. Good time, bring your right hand across to your left knee. Easing lovingly into that seated twist with the breath. Allow an exhale to guide you slowly back to center. And then to bow low. One more time, lightly resting the hands on the floor. Maybe extending the arms out in front of you. Rising back up in your own time. Now take your awareness and the movement to the shoulders again. And with your eyes softly open or closed as you prefer. Just open up to allowing your arms to move freely and to feel into some soft expansion from the heart. Tune into the shapes that your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, your hands, your fingers want to make. And feel how this is all expanding out from your heart. Maybe there's a sense of those colours, green and pink, growing a little brighter. Maybe there's a sense of what you are shining out, becoming ever so slightly strengthened by this loving work. You might like to tilt your head back and allow the throat chakra, the chimney of your heart, to open, so that you can freely express what is in your heart. And if that feels tricky, then let's be with that. Accept it, be aware of it. If your throat feels a little tight, give yourself grace, go gently. We come to this work accepting of how we are today. An invitation, maybe allow your exhale out through your mouth. As you continue to let your arms explore and move, float freely. When you feel ready, join me nice and slowly on all fours. As we connect with our cat-cows this morning, just keep your awareness at Anahata, your heart space. As you inhale, feel how the heart opens through the front of your body as you drop your belly, open your heart, lift your head. And then as you exhale, how the heart opens through the back body. You ground your spine up to the sky. Continue to flow. Welcome that opening through the front and through the back. tender, loving, caring breath. You might like to continue to connect with these heart-centered cat-cows, or it might suit you to come slowly into Anahatasana, heart to earth pose, and walk your hands down the mat away from you, allowing your heart to surrender down towards the earth as you keep your tailbone high. Whether you are choosing to explore your cat-cows or to breathe into Anahatasana, we're going to slowly come into our Sphinx pose. So settling onto the mat, supported by your forearms, lowering the chin slightly, but feeling a gentle drawing of your heart space forwards towards the top edge of your mat as your shoulders draw back and down, almost like there is a golden thread drawing your heart forwards and up. Let's breathe into that for a few beautiful moments. As you breathe into that sense of loving connection, you might like to explore some gentle movement of the head and of the neck. Slowly nodding, turning left and right. Maybe some half circles. Welcoming a compassionate connection between heart and throat. Your own good time, my loves. Bring your forehead all the way down to the mat. Slide your hands softly underneath your shoulders. And on your inhale, let your heart lift up and away, just gently into a baby cobra. And exhale, soften back down. Soft, nurturing breaths and movement. Again, keep noticing how your heart space feels. If you want to deepen into this rise and fall, you might choose to take your hands wider, even take them off the mat. Lift your elbows, come onto your fingertips, and allow the heart to rise a little higher as you inhale up to a wide-based cobra. Exhale down, rolling up and rolling down. Choosing what suits your body and your energies today. Feeling that rise, that lift. And then surrendering down softly. Remember, you can take your feet as wide as you like to welcome space into your lower back. The next time you come back down, take your arms by your sides and rest on one cheek. Let yourself breathe like a baby right into your back body. Feel the rise and fall of your back. Turn onto the other cheek when you feel ready. All you need to do from here is roll onto your back. So just turn over. Once you're there, give your heart some space, maybe cactus your arms, maybe spread your arms wide. You might even, if it suits you today, like to bring a block or a rolled up blanket right underneath your heart space through your back body. So you've got an extra bit of support. And with your heart space supported and lifted gently, just breathe into this spaciousness for the next few breath cycles. As we pause here, I'm going to bring the singing bowl just above Anahata, your heart space. Allow yourself to feel the vibrations wash over you. Moving slowly and softly into the most comfortable shape we can create on our mats now for our final visualization. So take time to slowly gather your cozy things. Feeling warm and comfortable. Don't worry. If you'd like some oil, take all the time you need to settle in and make yourself comfortable. I'd like to invite you to imagine that you are sitting cross-legged on the grassy bank of an enchanting pond. You have been called to this place to witness a miraculous event that happens only once every 100 years. The pond before you brims with life, edged with lush vegetation and wild flowers. Bees hum busily from bloom to bloom. Center of the pond grows a great lotus. The immense bud is tightly wrapped in shimmering lime green leaves. The bud is balanced atop a long, sturdy stem that rises many feet above the surface. You wait patiently with anticipation of the beauty to come. Suddenly, the clouds overhead part. Glorious beams of sunlight stream down upon you and the pond. The time for the blooming of the great lotus has come. As quietly as a whisper, you see the green leaves surrounding the milky white petals loosen and begin to unfold. One by one, the brilliant white petals enliven and unfold, each unfurling to make way for the next. The great lotus continues its magical display for some time. Watch in awe as hundreds upon hundreds of iridescent white petals open their hearts to the golden sun. Countless exquisite petals stream open, their contours of white gleaming in the sunlight. Concentrate on the glowing white petals gracefully flowing open. See the lotus flower very clearly, this precious flower blooming before you in this place. 1,000 petals displayed in this rare moment, especially for you. The precious lotus, a sacred treasure glimmering from within, blooming its beauty into the world at this present time. You lift your hands and join your palms together at your chest to form the prayer position of Anjali Mudra. With your fingers touching lightly, you create a small space between your palms and the front of the heart. You sense warmth between your hands as you witness the great lotus flower in full bloom. You feel a delicate flutter of leaves between your hands. A new bloom is arising between your palms in the cradle of Anjali Mudra. A new bloom of the great lotus flower begins to unfold in your hands. A new blossom unfolding to shower its blessing for you. A blossom of blessing and bliss, growing larger and larger. 1,000 glowing white lotus petals softly flutter against your palms. You experience a sense of your unique place in the world and feel yourself lovingly connected to all and worthy of everything good. At home in your body and at peace with your mind, a part of the great and beautiful whole, you rest here before the great lotus. Enjoy these moments, cherishing this lotus, cherishing yourself and cherishing your part in the precious whole. Feeling inspired to share this beauty with the world, you reach your hands out to offer this generous gift of a new lotus back to the universe. This new great lotus growing in you, given now to the world. Sense the great lotus that you are blessing the world. Gently guiding your awareness to the natural flow of your breath now. Breath comes in, breath goes out. Let your awareness open to your body breathing the breath. Sense the places where the body meets the floor. Feel for the edges of the body that touch the floor. Begin to gently move the arms, legs, fingers, toes, making slow, small movements. When you're ready, roll over to your favorite side without rushing. Lie there for a few moments. As you breathe naturally, recalling what you have experienced, acknowledging your experience and any gifts you have received. Noticing any feelings of rejuvenation and lightness you might feel. When you feel ready, come to a seated position and sit quietly for a few breaths, sensing the peace in this space. If you'd like to, come into Anjali Mudra, palms together at your hearts, taking a few blessed breaths. When you're ready, rub your hands back and forth. Feel the heat, the prana, the life force, and the magic that you are. And take that vibration up to your eyes. To your sacred, loving heart. To anywhere else you feel guided this morning. When you feel ready, from my heart to yours, deepest gratitude and appreciation for joining me for this practice. May we continue to drop from the head into the heart, shedding old stories and layers and coming to witness the truth of who we really are. The light in me bows to and honors the light within you. Namaste.